a choice of two stories again. Either 200 yards or 2,800 miles.
200 yards.
200 yards, okay. So, that's what I heard first, that's what I heard most. So so 2 summers ago, I was working in California doing a production of Annie at the Sierra Repertory Theater. And I'm kind of an outdoors guy, hiking and biking and all that kind of stuff. And I had kind of gotten a thing going with some of the other men in the company that we were going tubing and rafting down the Tuolumne and Calaveras rivers. This was a summer when there had been a lot of snow the winter before, and the water levels were extremely high. There were 3 deaths in Yosemite that summer, people that had just waded into rivers and then just got washed away over the waterfalls. So we were in a little gold rush town called Columbia. My friend John, that lives there locally, knew about a great place, a great swimming hole. And he said, we'll drive down to the bottom and we'll hike down, and you'll love it. There's a little waterfall. Well, we got down there, and the water level was so high in the river that we couldn't get through. It was just like sheer canyon rock cliffs, and we just couldn't get through to further down. But there was a little smaller swimming hole further up that we thought, okay, we can swim there. It's a hot day and we'll just go. I had brought like an inner tube with me, kind of thing that we would use to tube down the rivers further down in the valley. And we were just kind of playing around, jumping off rocks and things like that, and I lost it. It went down the river and gone. And I was like, it's okay, it actually had a little leak and it was only $10 and whatever. So I'll let it go. So we're jumping off the rocks and my friend Raj says, oh, I see it. It's down there. It's like stuck in some weeds on the side. I'll bet you if we swim across this hole, maybe we could find a trail on the other side and hike down on that side. It's like, oh, what the heck? Well, he was at the top of the pool and he shot across. I was at the bottom of the pool. And I got about halfway across and I realized this water is moving really fast. And I'm stuck. I can't go anywhere. I can't turn around and go back. I can't go forward. I can't go anywhere. I am just stuck here. And I've been whitewater rafting that summer in Colorado on my trip out. And they said, if you fall out of the boat, cross your arms, put your feet out in front of you, and just try to catch yourself. And I thought, well, I don't have a choice. I'm going over the falls. It wasn't very far, 4 or 5 feet. And I just said, guys, I'm going over. Crossed my arms and went. And went, and went, and went. And got washed down about 200 yards. And trying to grab onto rocks, trying to catch my feet. And the force of the water was just so strong, it just kept pulling me off and throwing me down. And the great thing was, I didn't panic because I kind of knew what I was doing. Kept my head above water, and kept getting breath every time I was trying to grab on. Now, Daraj thought, boy, the balls on that guy, just going over like that. Gutsy. John knew I was in trouble, and he sprinted down the trail until I finally saw a giant rock, dove down in the water, and launched myself and just beached myself on the rock. And when I looked over the edge of the rock, it was about 15 feet down, into a pool of water. I would have been fine. It was a beautiful pool of water, but I never would have gotten out. There would have been helicopters, and the family I was staying with, the husband was a search and rescue guy. So it was like, oh, well, at least he'll know where I am. So I felt, John had to get a branch. There was rapids on both sides, and I didn't think I could get out. He put a branch across. It was so loud, the rapids were so loud, I had to get a branch because he couldn't hear what I was saying. And the moral of the great thing was, when I called my mother to tell her this story, she always says like, oh, you're going to kill yourself, you're going to break, yeah. This time she was like, oh, well, that sounds like it was dangerous. Are you sure okay? Yes, Mother, I actually was close to death this time. You had no reaction whatsoever. But the best reaction of all was John's wife, because the next time she saw me, she said, I'm not going to let my husband play with you if you're going to do dangerous things. So for the rest of the summer, we kept things a little more stable. We eventually did get down to the further, the water levels went down, but that was a lot of fun. It was almost like, you think about the log rides and how much fun that is to go crashing down the water. It's even more fun when you're not in the log.